I'm back in Portland. And apparently I immediately ran over a nail. And I got a flat. And there. I've never gotten a flat before. So I knew I could call AAA, but then I was thinking, wait, they're not gonna bring me a new tire. Thankfully, there was this nice gentleman who was walking on the street at the time. He literally appeared out of nowhere. And he was like, do you have a spare? And I was like, no, I've built out this entire van. I've looked, there's no spare. I just don't have one. And he literally got on his hands and knees in the street. This was an older man, by the way. He was like, yes, you do. And he found my spare. Stevie had a spare this whole freaking time. Now, granted, it literally looks like it was in the Vietnam War, but it worked. So my friend and I were able to put the spare on, which is great. Except all this happened on the weekend when all the shops were closed. So I was thinking, okay, it's okay. Monday is right around the corner. I'll just wait until then. Except Monday is Labor Day. So I have just been riding around with my tire. Also, another fun little tidbit of information. When I was driving from Seattle to Portland on the 5, in the middle of downtown peak Seattle traffic, Stevie died on the highway. It was obviously very stressful. Thankfully, I got her turned back on. But with my van, it's always something. I know I had all these plans for Stevie, and I do love her, but this bitch is trying to kill me. This is a toxic relationship, and I have to end it soon. Anyway, I can't use the highways or anything until I get my tire fixed. So for now, I'm just gonna, I'm just gonna wing it. Well, I have nothing to do, so I'm going to go ahead and just get something to eat. Speaking of food, you guys know that I am not the best eater. I don't cook very much, and yes, I frequent drive-thrus way more often than I should. That's why I'm so happy to introduce the sponsor of today's video, Ritual. Living in a van, it's so easy to fall into a pattern of not getting enough nutrients. Being someone who is so constantly active and running around the country, it's nice to be able to supplement my diet with Ritual's multivitamin. Before I had Ritual, I was taking a bunch of different random vitamins. Some were gummy, some I had the pill form. I even had a dropper at one point, and I wasn't consistent with taking them because they were literally all over the place. Now I just take one capsule twice daily and I'm good to go. I love that they use clean ingredients. It just gives me peace of mind knowing that I'm putting nothing but good, wholesome, clean vitamins into my body, which is going to keep me going for a million more road trips to come. You can try out Ritual's multivitamin for yourself by clicking the link in the description and using code VANILLA30 for 30% off your first month. And thank you again for sponsoring this video. So this is an awesome turn of events. I'm in the street and my van is dead yet again. I was pulling out of this parking lot and it died. So I'm gonna try to start it again and we'll see. Okay, everybody pray for me. Okay. So it's not the battery because accessory mode comes on. Ah, great. Flash is probably a lot. Fuck, I can't even see. My van is dead. Well, I guess all the other dyings were an appetizer. So I called AAA. By the way, my service calls, you get 4 a year with AAA. This will be my 3rd one. And it just renewed at the end of July. So it's going to be a fun rest of the summer. Rest of the year. Summer's over. What? In the arms of the angel, fly away from here. Little word of advice. The AAA person asked me if there's anything in my van. He's like, is it loaded with anything? And I was like, well, yeah, it's my camper van. And he was like, oh, basically just like not sure now if he can do it, which is strange because it's literally just a regular van that I have a bed in. Rookie mistake. Okay, I think this means I can get towed or no? Maybe not. Second update, I know you can't see me, but he got the okay to tow me. However, I have the spare tire on my van, so he might not be able to tow me part 2 because my actual tire is flat and inside of my van right now. It's just the gift. Stevie is the gift that keeps on giving.
It might be a little bit of bouncy drive because this thing is a little bit heavy for my truck.
Gotcha.
But we should be good.
Happen to know any hotels in the area?
No, not really. I'm not too familiar with hotels in the area. I think, yeah, no. I couldn't tell you honestly.
That's okay, I'll just Google. So I just got dropped off at the auto shop. And I noticed that there was a light shining in front of my van, but my lights were off. And I was like, what is going on? What is that? I think they forgot something. He came back. Jacques came back to get it. Some things I can be grateful for. 1, I'm in a safe location. 2, I'm not out of AAA calls yet. I now have 1 more for a whole 12 months. I'm just gonna sleep here because I don't want to go to a hotel. It takes a lot to discourage me from doing something that I really want to do, but I just don't. I can't do it in this van anymore. It's definitely, I mean, it's a safety risk at this point. I don't know, it's a tire, but also I can't open my driver's side door from the outside, so tomorrow the mechanic's gonna have to like come in through the passenger side, and my fridge is in the middle, and then there's also a tire in here, so the sliding door, getting over that is a lot. I just feel like I've been put through the ringer. I'm not sure what the future holds. All I know is that right now I need to organize this van so they can work on it tomorrow. And I also just want to go to sleep. So, to be continued. Good morning at the mechanic. They're actually able to look at my van almost immediately. It's like 8:30 and they're already bringing it in. They think it's the fuel pump, so we'll see. So not even 5 minutes after driving away from the mechanic, I'm stuck in the street again. I think this might be it. I have had a really long day, long couple of days. First of all, yes, I've been wearing the same clothes for like 2 days. Whatever. Basically, you know, when something happens to your vehicle, you're like, oh, best possible scenario is this, worst possible scenario is this. Well, it seems like I finally have gotten to the worst possible scenario, which is just that Stevie is actively dying now, not like passively in the background oil leak. She's just dying, like literally just will die in the street. I no longer feel safe driving this vehicle. I'm definitely sure as hell not getting on any highways ever again in Stevie. So this is the end. The tow, third tow of the day. Also, the sheriff has arrived, probably to kick me out of the parking lot. Oh, Stevie. Supposed to be up here. This is really scary. You cannot see me, but I don't like this at all. I'm like way up here in the sky. I don't even know if you can tell. He's not really telling me what to do. I just have my foot on the brake. Am I gonna be able to get out?
So, I will tell you, no worries. Open the door. What is it, park?
Okay.
On the emergency brake.
I don't even know where my emergency brake is.
What's that?
I don't know where my emergency brake is.
It's, I think we're here.
Hold on. It's freaking disgusting. What is going on? What the actual fuck? I finally had to get a hotel room. I ran out of calls with AAA, obviously, at this point. So I had Stevie towed with my insurance, but apparently State Farm only tows to mechanics. So I just had her towed to another mechanic just to buy myself some time. I mean, my van is not drivable whatsoever. And somebody already called the sheriff on me, so it's not like I could stay there. And then I had the worst tow experience of my life. The fact I was crazy. Not only the fact that he made me drive up the ramp of the bed, but then I had to jump out, and the full bottle of pee in the passenger seat. But then we were driving to the mechanic, and he was irritated because I asked him not to smoke with me in the truck with the windows rolled up. And then he drove like a maniac all the way to the shop. Maybe this new mechanic will have more insight as to what's wrong with Stevie. But honestly, I mean, I don't think there's any fixing it at this point. I have a feeling I'm not going to get my van back. And even if I do, what am I going to do with her? I'm just going to try to get some sleep. Good morning. I'm packing out of my hotel room, getting ready to go see Stevie for the last time that I will ever see her again.